Okay, here's my brew system, and I'm heating up my mash water, and I have it set for 168, 169, somewhere in there. Right now 155. So I've got about 23 pounds of grain, so I'm going to do about 6 gallons of water in my cooler. I don't really have a good way of measuring how much water I have, so I've added some notches to my stick, my spoon, so that I know how much water I have inside my keg. So we're just coming up to temp. Okay, we're up to temperature now. I added my hose to my ball valve on my water here. I also put some, well, it's hard to see, boiling water in there to keep this thing warm before I put in everything, so that I don't lose a lot of temperature going from a 170 degrees or 168 degrees water to my cooler, which is cold. So it just helps retain that temperature. So you can see I have my bazooka tube down at the bottom, just going through. So we'll add the grains now. Put the water in. Now we add the grains. So about 1 quart per pound of grain. Okay, got the grains in, and we're pretty good on the temperature. So temperature is 154. A little high, but it's only 2 degrees. Not that big of a deal. Now we put the top on and let it sit for 90 minutes. Okay, so now fill your keg back up with about 10 gallons of water, and this is going to be your mash water. So you're going to bring that to 170. So that's about it for this part of the step. After this, we'll start the mash after the 90 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to cycle some of this wort, the very beginnings of it, back in to the top of this, the mash, because there's a bunch of stuff in there at the bottom. It's needs to be like filtered back again through the grain bed. Okay, so now we're doing the sparging of the grains. So it's important to have a good like inch above the grain, top of the grain, when you're sparging. So you're just gonna have to mess with your ball valve there and your ball valve there. So when you're making these, make sure to put a metal ball valve there, and you can go with a plastic ball valve on your cooler because it's not that big a deal. This one sees flame. That one doesn't see flame. And then you can see my other one down there, which is my boil. So I'm going from my hot water, sparge, 170 degrees, to my cooler with my grains, mashing it out into my boil kettle, and then I'll bring that burner down to the ground and lift that boil kettle on it and start my boil. Okay, so now I've got my burner I was using on the top to do my sparge water down at the bottom, and this is my boil kettle now. So got the beer in there, so you can see it's pretty full. This is the last step before chilling it and putting it into the keg or the carboys. So I raised it up so that the outlet would be enough to high enough to fill the carboy. Just makes it easier. Okay, so now we've done brewing, and I'm using the chiller. I made a little pre-chiller and like an ice bath, so I don't know if it helps or not, but whatever. And then I got the immersion chiller that I bought in there. So it's gonna take a while, but you can see the hot water coming out. So I just hooked it up to the hose, runs through the pre-chiller, up to the chiller, and then back out into the ground. So, and that's it, almost done. Okay, that's it. Just filling up the carboys now, and then we'll pitch the yeast. We're done.